Hello, world changers. Rochelle Johnson with RJS Global Consulting Services. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of getting registered in SAMS.gov. I have heard so many people believe that all they have to do is get their DBA or their LLC, and they done. I'm the business owner. I'm ready to go conquer the world. Or they get registered in SAMS and think that that's it. Like everything gonna knock at the door. They don't have to do nothing else. I'm sorry, baby, but no, that's not how they go. That's the beginning of the marathon. Again, you hear me say it all the time. This not for the weak. If you're not ready and you're not about that life, I advise you to book me for some coaching sessions so we can get your muscle built up. But this is the beginning of the marathon. So welcome. Getting registered in SAMS is your way of applying for the job, technically. And the federal funding space. That's what you're doing. You're applying for the job. So what's going to happen with SAMS? You go in, and that's another thing. I have a package where I help you get registered in SAMS, and it's a quick turnaround. And I also will help you with your capability statement because they run hand in hand. Because once you get in SAMS, you want to be able to, if someone, when they come looking for you, because now you're in the federal database. And so your NAICS codes is telling the federal government, oh, ABC Consulting Services, they provide emergency management services. We need to talk to them so we can make sure we have them on our roster for emergencies that's coming forward. Like we're in hurricane season, we need to get all the businesses ramped up and prepared for when disasters strike, right? The government like to work in blue clouds. They don't in blue skies. They don't wait for the disaster to happen. They try to be proactive. So when you're thinking about it from a contracting standpoint, you want to make sure that your next codes in SAM allow you to be ready for gray skies. So if disaster management is your space, there's a section in there that asks you specifically, do you do disasters? You know, I personally, that's my jam, emergency management. So you will hear me reference that a lot. That's one of the my that's my subject. That's my where I'm an expert at. Like you can ask me hands down. All things. I get excited about emergency management. It's so many branches, and then the ministry in it because you're working with people that have been impacted by whether it's a God, a natural disaster, God, or man-made, whatever the case may be. You're helping them recover. They lost something due to a disaster, and you're helping them bring life back into them, to their circumstances, their living. Their new norm don't have to be forever. So yeah, I love disaster management. Let me get off my soapbox about the emergency management. I'm just speaking to those that work in that realm to understand being prepared. So it all starts in the beginning of the marathon about setting yourself up and being prepared in SAMS. So when you're in SAMS, you're gonna have to get your DUNS number. They're actually working on a streamlined process. This go back to staying in tune with the news. They working on a process to where they're trying to incorporate the DUNS within the SAM system so it won't be two separate applications. So with that being said, you won't have to do two separate things anymore. As soon as it's released, and I'm pretty sure once it's firmed up and ready to go. But you are able to get your cage number, which is issued within the SAMS database. I'm going to do a separate video on understanding your next codes in your cage. But getting registered in SAMS and accurately being registered in SAMS is vital. You want to make sure that you are speaking to the audience that you intend to work with. So that is something that you need to understand. Just getting in there is one thing, but you want to make sure that you registered in SAMS correctly. I will find a way to do a second video on this because I want to get deeper into the woods about some of the things that Sam asks you that causes people to get kickbacks. It's a federal database. You don't just put your information in there and expect it to return. approved. Like they want to make sure that you're ready to play on the field. So I will do a follow-up video on that. But again, this is also a services that we provide to get you in SAMS, get your capability statement together, and get you ready to play. We want to win. We world changers. We have to win, and we have to be prepared to win. So stay tuned. In the next video, I'll be talking about next codes and SAM's registry.